Vehicles absolutely changed this game, but cars aren't the only thing that Season 1 added. This update gives us a fresh new experience, whether you like it or not.
I'm not sure if I like that part of the update.
First, let's talk about something most of you will enjoy, the new weapons. The first one is a new SMG, the MP5A3. Next, we have the AK-74U. I enjoyed this AK. It feels a bit like an SMG. I noticed the mag was a little tough to get in just right, but that might be fixed via update. There were a ton of glitches on the Season 1 launch.
We got glitches! Yeah, it crashed. Everybody's crashed.
Next, we have the compound bow. First off, it's extremely powerful with heavy damage. It's like having a long-range shotgun, but takes some serious skill to properly wield. Partly because the sights on the bow don't feel quite right. Stick around and I'll tell you how to get a possible discount on Showdown. Another heavy hitter is the new PKP LMG. This thing is awesome. This machine gun is a killer, but if you don't properly learn to load it, you will be what gets killed. First, you have to take off the drum and replace it with a new one. Next, you have to lift the top thingy. Then you grab the ammo and feed it into the chamber. Close the top thingy and rack the slide. Now you're ready to feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger in an 80s action movie. Oh, and the recoil on that thing will break your wrist if you had breakable wrists. Then the weapon that I was least excited about ended up being a ton of fun, the knife. Getting kills straight out of spawn with a knife is awesome.
Knife kill!
But be careful, you can absolutely hurt yourself.
Remember, I did, I got my own hand. That's weird.
They've added some weather elements, daylight or dusk, and fog and rain. The biggest issue with the dusk is that it makes it harder to see. But there's also the issue of seeing the zone in the fog. That was new. Speaking of new, there's new tactical items too. The RC bomb and the lifting drone, which basically serves as a portable zip deployment. Now that there's vehicles, there seem to be less zip deployments. I'll get back to the cars in a minute. Let's focus on one of the biggest changes to the game, the gameplay itself. There's not only a new Reborn mode, which allows unlimited respawns, but there's a new element to the standard mode. It's called the Gulag. Now when you die, instead of going into spectate mode, you go to the Arc Pit with the other dead players and wait your turn to fight in the Gulag against the other players. If you win the fight, you respawn. If you don't, you have to wait for your team to revive you while in spectate mode.
That is extremely confusing, and I think I like the old way better.
Yeah, same.
They've also added new mission chips that give you a small reward like weapons and armor extensions if you complete them. It was pretty helpful. The first big change you'll notice when you start up the game is the update to the base. Now, it has cars to test out. Although there are new game modes that completely change gameplay, the cars also totally revamp the game. No, it's not just a crazy free-for-all where everyone has ditched their guns for cars. The game is still battle-heavy, but they definitely add some excitement and new strategy to making it to the end. It's also really cool because you can sit in it with your team. It kind of feels like a night out on the town with friends.
Yeah, we just driving around
We're
cruising,
just
man,
chilling.
like people to kill.
Where are we rolling to tonight, brother?
The car's handled very similar to a real-life car. It has a mild GTA feel to the handling. The yellow car is the fastest. The green one will get you around, and the four-wheeler is easier to maneuver through small spaces, but it's not that fast, and it's easier to get shot.
All right, let's go.
Let's ride!
Shooting from the car is a blast in the passenger seat. They have no windows, so just shoot right above the dash. The cars are pretty hardy and don't seem to tip over with just regular driving. The controls are pretty awesome. You simply grab the white door icon to get into whichever seat you want, then put your mica on the dash for a map. That was a pretty nice touch. After that, grab the steering wheel. With the 3 different control options to drive they've given you, you can drive with one hand and shoot with the other with ease.
You want me to hold your waist? Is that okay if I hold your waist?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's most of the big stuff. Check out the description for a possible discount and links to all the gear I use.